Black and white is only two extreme. In between, millions of different level of gray, G-R-E-Y. If you go to close 100%, it's going to other way around. You want to focus on Chinese characters. Focus on the pictographic, phonetic, and ideographic. How you look at this depends on how you view VIGW, the world, the cosmos, how you view the history, how you view the human life. Then you use that kind of view that's in Chinese called guan. You want to have that capability back because that's be given. An example to show you that the one meaning of this third tone is close. 我你眼口手耳 right? Okay, and also another layer meaning of the third tone is change the direction. It changed twice. From here to here, that's one. Second is here. But don't take it for granted. I said it many times in that 2 years course. In Chinese philosophy, or the way of Chinese thinking, if you go to close 100%, it's going to other way around. Just like this yin and yang, right? I used to draw it many times. Go to other way. To go to extreme, you go to other way around. So there's no 100%. You want to change that kind of way of thinking, like the only black and white. No. Black and white is only two extreme. In between is millions of different level of gray, G-R-E-Y. It's not black, it's not white, it's gray. That gray makes the beautiful, colorful world. Keep that in mind. You want to change that kind of concept or way of thinking. So either black or white. That's good. That's a big mistake. That's going to make you a lot of trouble. If you use that kind of way to deal with people, you made a lot of conflict. If you use that kind of way to think, to treat yourself, treat your body, you're going to make big trouble in your health. Okay? So that's the tone, Baba, Mama, or a first tone. First tone doesn't mean, first tone in 闽南话 doesn't mean it's straight. Okay? It's different. It's different. That's more complicated, but I just want you to make the point. If you get the point, you should get the point already, right? I noticed that people have a lot of questions, a lot of response, very active. That's good. Yeah, I encourage you guys to do more interaction in the area, help each other. And I see some ask question about the French subtitle. Ya or yeah, how to pronounce your name? Ya, maybe ya, okay. YA, right? Help to show how to use them. Yeah, we actually, I think you can use this subtitle function on your browser, the CC function. You can watch it in Germany, Deutsch. You can watch it in Russian. You can watch it in Vietnamese. You can watch it in Korean. You can watch it in Japanese, I think. Okay, and also Spanish. The quality is not very good. It's not like 90% or 95%. It's barely 80%. Fairly good enough to help you understand, because you want to focus on Chinese characters, right? Focus on the pictographic, phonetic, and ideographic. Ideologic, I mean, not ideographic, ideologic. That's Xing, pictographic, Sheng, phonetic, and Yi, Or you can use this E, ideal logic. Actually, these two E are different. This is more appearance, outside. This is more inside because there is a heart here, see? Okay? Well, last period we talked about 形象. This is more inside. We talked about truth, 真相. Is this, could use this 相. We don't talk about 真形 because 形 is always changing. This is relatively stable. But if you go deep enough, like if you're talking about the dimension, deep enough, different layers of the 相, a lower level, lower dimension, the 相 in lower dimensions is always not the truth, not the 真相, compared with a higher dimension. There's many layers, which is the truth, ultimate truth, depends where you are. 形象, 身 and 因 is the inner level, higher level of 身. E is a higher level of this E. Okay? We may come back to address this issue later on. Just give you some heads up. Then you understand the difference, even though they're related, they're different. Even as this E and this E, they're different. Pronounced the same. They have the meaning is related or kind of overlapping, but it's not this kind of overlapping on the same level. It's this kind of overlapping. Something in front of in the back, or something is up in the shallow level, or something in the deeper level. Okay. That's about it. I think. Oh, there's one more question from Pip. Pip said he used website he asked question about D. I said I'm gonna address it later on, but he's really a diligent guy. Okay, diligent student, hardworking guy. He searched on the internet to find a website called 汉字叔叔. It's American. It's an American gentleman. 汉字叔叔. If you search on the internet, 汉字叔叔, you can find his website. As etymology, Chinese etymology. He did spend a couple of decades to collect all the different form of Chinese characters. Okay, from oracle to bronze and to 小篆. He did a much better job than a lot of Chinese scholars. That's really touching. Yeah, I used to use his website. Really appreciate his effort. Yeah, okay, he's a good guy. That's what he can do, but he was trying to, now he's managing his website. He's trying to make some, explain the meaning of Chinese character. I have to say that's out of his knowledge, because that's part, how to explain Chinese characters today for Chinese scholars who are specialized on this perspective in this area. It's not an easy job. That's what we're doing here. Okay, that to do that kind of job is kind of out of his, this 汉字叔叔, this I forgot his name. What's his name? Charles. It's beyond his ability. Okay, because this is a very special kind of area. You need to devote a lot of time and effort, and you need a lot of study, deep study. Even though right now in mainland China, or including Taiwan, Hong Kong, in all the top universities, those scholars who specialize on this, very few people can do a good job. That's one layer of the information for you. Another one is how you look at this depends on how you look at the world, how you look at the history, how you view VIGW, the world, the cosmos, how you view the history, how you view the human life. That's getting more deep. It's deeper. Why? Because if you view the human history, or view the cosmic history, or view the history of the earth, of life, from perspective of Charles Darwin, then you use that kind of view that's in Chinese called 观. Different 观, 人生观, life, the view of life, 宇宙观, the view of universe, 世界观, the view of the world, 历史观, the view of history. If you use all this kind of view, this 观 based on Darwin's or materialism, 唯物主义 materialism, or Darwin's theory, 进化论, Charles Darwin's theory. You use that kind of view as your base, as your ideology to look at this, no matter how high, what kind of prestige institution you are in, even though you are a scholar in that kind of institute, you're getting on the wrong way. You learn Chinese character, you want to utilize your imagination with your visual. It's called abstract. In English, it's called abstract. In Chinese, it's called 抽象. You want to develop. Everybody has that capability deep in your mind. Sometimes, or some of you, just because it's covered. It's diluted. It's covered. Mainly it's covered or it's polluted by a so-called different concept you learned and before. You want to get that kind of a 想象, imagination, 抽象 or 想象. That kind of capability is far more important. 想象力, 抽象力, imagination. Far more important than logic, than knowledge, than speculation, than logic. You want to use that to transform this to be something like this, to be something like this. Maybe sometime I provide this picture for you guys to help you trigger your imagination, but I don't want to do that too much because in everybody's mind, this picture could be totally different. And I'm sure in your mind, that picture is much more beautiful than this. Because in your mind, it's moving. It's dazzling. It's more colorful. You want to have that capability back because that's been given by the divine. That ability is been given by the Creator. Every single human being has that beautiful, powerful capability. You want to have that back. Even somebody like Einstein, right? Say something like, this is more important. Or say, the capability to raise a question is more important to solve the problem.